How can I help people in my neighborhood when my life is very busy? Let me run at this one. What a great question. How many of you feel like your lives are busy at all? You don't have to raise your hand, just internally. Well, you could, all right? Let's do it again. Raise your hand if you feel like you have a busy life. Good. What's the matter with the rest of y'all? Y'all aren't Americans? Good night. We run ourselves into the ground over stuff and trinkets, right? That's just who we are. It's what we do. I'm proud to be an American, although it's kind of sad, isn't it?
Yeah.
What the question is saying, I have organized and structured my life in such a way that I have all of this going on, and I really can't affect my neighborhood at all. What do I do about that? My friends, with great love and humility, I suggest a change. Because if you are so busy that you cannot affect any sort of change relationally or other in your neighborhood, then I doubt very seriously whether or not you're fulfilling why God has you in that neighborhood, school, workplace, etc. The reason why we are where we are, we live why we live, and we do what we do, I believe, are divine appointments. God has put us there to speak of His great name and fame in word and deed. And if we've structured our life in such a way that we have no time for not only the joy of sharing about what God has done in us, but the commands of Scripture to go and tell, then my friends, we're being disobedient. And we shoot for and we aim for these great heavens in life, and we work hard towards these ends, only to get there to find it's really no heaven at all. In fact, I need to work harder to build a better one, only to get there to be disappointed. These lives that we're creating that are built around trinkets and stuff provide a flash in the pan for a moment, but they don't satisfy like living for the cause of Christ does. And I say that from my own experience because I've tried it both ways. But I also go back to the testimony of Scripture that God says you live where you live, you do what you do for a purpose and for a reason, and it's the gospel message of Jesus Christ. We've got to begin to not see church as these walls in this room and the gathering as much as the people who are partnering in ministry to take the good news to where we are. And if we're so busy we can't do that, then I doubt at this point in life you're very satisfied. Am I wrong? If you're doing nothing to impact the kingdom at your soul, are you satisfied? I highly doubt it. But my friends, there is hope. You don't have to do that. You are making those choices. Some of them will be difficult to make differently, but you can do it. And I doubt that you will find any biblical narrative, any person that's walked with the Lord for any years and said, I gave my life serving the Lord and I regret it. Ask Stuart, he's old, he'll tell you about it. It's just not there. People who say, I make time for what God has called me to, His glory, His fame, the gospel of Jesus Christ, don't live a life with regrets. My friends, we're always going to call you to that. We're always going to challenge you. We're always going to encourage you. We love you guys too much to tell you anything different.